April 1865, The Month That Saved America, by J. Winnick, pages 12 and 13. It is more than symbolic that by 1860 Monticello lay abandoned and largely in ruins, and that by April 1865 it had two owners, one a New Yorker and the other a Virginian, and it was cared for by neither. More than 3.5 centuries earlier, in April 1507, Martin Waldseemüller, professor of cosmography at the University of St. Di, produced the first map showing the western hemisphere, a Novo Mundo with a long snaking coastline. He called it America after the discoverer of the new continent, an appellation that belonged as much to Amerigo Vespucci, the Florentine merchant, as it did to Columbus. Like an enormous board game whose pieces were slowly being put into place, the science of geography would eventually give way to the science of government, and by the time the founders gathered at Philadelphia in 1787, nationhood was beckoning. No words can capture the boldness of all this. America not just as a place on a Spanish map, or one more distant outpost of the sprawling British Empire, but an actual self-governing country. A country not to be forged by 1,000 years of shared history and shared dreams, but to be conceived in the minds of a handful of men over a handful of months. With pluck, daring, iron will, and imagination, and a brilliance unsurpassed in history, the founders would in turn beget the national idea, a country unlike any since the beginning of time. But in the crucible of the occasion, fateful questions would linger. What would knit this country together? Was it to be one country and one nation, or perhaps two, or even several? Was it to last in perpetuity, or to be a brave and daring experiment in democracy that could yet founder? What do you think?